So what you're going to do with this is you're going to go to Canvas and you are going to click on Friday the 9th, which says 2020 election. There's a link that's up there to the top. Do not click on the vote here yet until you are done with this page that's on the board. Okay. And what this does is, and it's longer, I'm going to tell you, there's about 70 questions that are on there. Okay. Don't start it yet. All right. There's about 70 questions that are on there. If you have no idea what they're talking about, make sure you click on what says read more, and it will pull up a little short paragraph that tells you a little bit about the idea about what they're looking for. Okay, what the example of it is. If I read that and I still have no idea what it is, click on neither or unsure. If I know what my value, I know what my belief is, I know exactly what my thought process is on that, I'm going to click on yes or no, and I'm going to move on. The biggest thing that you cannot do is right here where it says your matches. Make sure that that box does not have the show my matches on it. So like, let's say if I click on the first one and it's going to tell me on here, Biden, Trump, Hawkins, Jurgensen. Okay, I do not want that to stay up the entire time you're voting. So make sure you put down surprise me later and you just have that closed green box that's on there. Why would I ask you to do that? Yeah. So there's not something that's like, wait a minute, I really thought I wanted to vote for this person. So you start kind of changing answers to make sure that you vote that way that's there, okay? What I want you to do is I want you to get kind of an unbiased idea based upon your beliefs and your thoughts and some of the key issues that are out there. And I want you to vote for those. So then that way in the end, you'll hit submit. So at the tail end of it right here, at the very end, it'll say submit to see your results. So you'll click on that submit to see your results at the very end of it. It'll show you a picture of the candidate you're to vote for. And then it gives you a list of every single question. It'll show you the ones that you agree with them. It'll show you the ones that you disagree with them on. Okay. So then that way you can kind of see if there's a deal breaker out there. All right. And that's the reason why you wanted to honestly vote for somebody else you thought you would have voted for. All right. The other thing it's going to go through, it's going to touch on key issues that are in the United States right now. All right, so the first one is criminal justice. Okay, crime and justice. All right, so it goes through about 7 questions. Domestic policy, that's the idea about what we are doing in the United States, the policy in the United States. The economy, education, elections, environment, okay, foreign policy, health care, immigration, and then it talks about the idea of overall social justices, LGBTQ, the ideas, of treating everyone fairly, things like that, okay? So what I want you to do is I want you to fill out this survey on your own without questioning, talking, who you got, all this other stuff. And at the tail end of it, you will go back to that Canvas link. When mine updates, it says, after completing the quiz, cast your vote in the link below. You'll click on it. It'll open up a short Google Doc. All right. When I sign in, it'll have the 4 people listed. There's one missing, Hawkins, up there because nobody voted for him last class period. And then it'll show you what periods you're in. So then that way I can kind of break down the segments of the pie. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put your results up there. Okay. And then I'll put our entire sophomore class world history results up there in the last one. And we'll compare those, 28 days later or however long it takes to figure out exactly who is the president by the time it's done. All right. Now, regardless, and this is a big thing, so let me see your eyes on this. Regardless of what you believe, regardless of what I believe, regardless of what somebody else believes, regardless of how the election comes out, whether you feel that this person should have won or that person should have won, all right, at the end of the day, if whoever loses spends 4 years sulking over it, America gets worse. So you may not win everything in life. That's the way it is, okay? But if you find how to make the situation you have better, and the great thing about the United States of America is there's a system called checks and balances in place, okay? So judges check the president, the Senate, the Congress, the House of Representatives, they check the president checks each other. Those 3 powers balance everything out. So it doesn't honestly matter who wins it matters of how well they end up working together. And if we don't work together as the United States, then we have trouble. But if we can figure out a way to, after this election, make sure we work together, then the United States has a chance to be productive with what it is. Okay? So go through there, answer your questions. At the end of it, you may be surprised. You may get the exact same thing that you thought you were going to get in the very beginning. After you get your results, cast your vote for the person's picture that shows up, the one that it tells you that, hey, this is who you honestly should vote for based upon your values and beliefs. And I'm going to give you the class period to do that. We'll talk about it just a little bit at the end, with about 5 minutes left. And other than that, honestly, 70 questions. And if you need a break in between it, and you're like, all right, I'm kind of zoning out, take a step back, start again. So then that way you can actually get an honest opinion toward the last couple questions that are in there. All right? All right, good luck to you.